What is up, guys? Today I'm giving you an exfilzone guide to try and help you to get better. Alright? If you're new, you're just starting out, you might want to stick around to the end of this video. Or if you're not really new and you just need to learn a few things that I might have in this video, skip to those parts and I'll try to do my best to explain everything and my best to help you out. Stay tuned to the end of the video so you can be better than your friends. First, what you're going to want to do is just mess with your settings. So open your menu, alright? And in the bottom right corner next to the leave game button, there it is right there. Click settings. It's a little gear icon. Alright, you should all know this. Because it's in like every game. So these are my settings. You can use these if you want, but these are all personal preference. This is just what I like. Some people like to have the hands only. I personally think it looks ugly. Now, I get it. Like, if you drop something on the floor and, your body's in the way, like, something like that. But I think the hands only just looks ugly. I like the full body, but this is all personal preference. Take a few minutes, get yourself familiar with the settings, choose what you want, and after that, go to your main terminal, and after that, look to your left, and there will be a gun wall full of armor, full of like guns and everything that everyone starts out with. If you have the Johnny Secret stash, I don't know if it's gonna go to the kiosk or not. I actually just got that like middle wipe and it did go to my kiosk, but my wall is currently empty because I'm doing this like 3 days before the wipe, and I just really just got rid of all my stuff, but I'm gonna make a kit for you guys so you can see how I set my kits up, and you can copy that down if you want. Alright, so this is kinda how I set up my kit. 4 mags all the way filled with like 995. Now this is late in wipe. I usually do this like almost the second I unlock like the ammo that I want to use. So like as I unlock different tiers of ammo, I do use them. So the second I unlock MK318, I'm using that. Second I unlock M995, I'm using that. I don't care how much money I have to my name. It's usually a couple mil by then. But there's 4 mags right here. There's a grenade pouch that holds a max of 3 stacks of ammo. A large ammo pouch, or a large pouch, I think it's just called, and then 3 of these small pouches with 3 stims in them. Now this is obviously late in wipe stuff. I wouldn't really run this in early wipe, because I don't really have all this stuff unlocked, and this is usually my gun setup. I am left-handed. Obviously a lot of people that play this game are right-handed, but this is how I set up my gun. You want to obviously make sure that it's racked, and because a lot of people will go and raid and completely forget that they did not rack their gun, and I will literally forget to clear a corner and hear click behind me, and then they struggle to like rack their gun. I turn around and kill them. So do not be that guy. Always, 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 before or in the beginning of the raid, check to see if your gun is racked, and if it is, you're fine. If it isn't, then if you checked, you just like saved your own life right there. Alright, So that's kind of how I set up my kit. For my bag setup, I'm gonna have 10 stacks of ammo right here. I know it seems like a lot, but especially if you have a full auto gun, it's gonna go pretty fast. All right. Got a water bottle right here, food right here, suturing instrument, which if you have a blacked out limb, put it to that limb and hold the trigger. It's not gonna work obviously right now, because my arms are not black. These are painkillers. This is the max tier of painkillers. You just open them and take one. Alright. They do not really heal you, they just, stop you from heavy breathing. So if you have a blacked out limb, you will start heavy breathing, and it will attract players to your location if they just hear you heavy breathing. I will sometimes have nades in this bottom corner right here. I have 4 advanced syringes. I usually bring 2 to 4 of these, but this is very, very late wipe. 3 bandages. I, I think that's all. But that's how I set up my entire kit. Feel free to copy any of this down. Now, like I said, this all is late wipe. I'll usually have the tier 1 bandages right here and like 10 civilian syringes, which I know, again, seems like a lot, but if you get into a lot of fights, you're really gonna need all the syringes you can get. And I usually have an elite ops as well, which is the 2nd tier backpack, I believe. Now, after you're done with your kit setup, go to the main terminal. This is the main terminal right here. Click suburbs. I personally think this is the best map to start off on, especially because your first couple of missions are going to be on suburbs. So you need to start learning this map. Don't hit deploy. Hit training instead. It will immediately put you in a raid, no queue, no waiting. Just immediately on the loading screen. Now, a lot of people that do these guides will want you to immediately go into a real raid with actual players. I am going to want you guys to do training so that you can at least get used to the guns. If you're coming over from Tabor, then they have different gun handling, and it's gonna be a little weird. It's gonna feel different. So I want you guys to get used to the gun feel and just used to the gunplay and like get your aim straight, because aiming in Tabor and exfilzone are actually surprisingly different. So just practice on scavs, run around the map, and I'd say do this for maybe almost an entire play session, or if you have a battery head strap that lasts a while, you're going to want to do it for maybe 2 or 3 raids. Oh my god, that's bad aim. You're gonna want to do it for 2 or 3 raids, or until you feel ready to take on actual players. In training, there are just scavs, no real players, so you don't have to worry about it. And while I'm in here, I guess I might as well take the time to show you the suturing instrument. Come on. Open. Okay. First, if you see that those red droplets, you're bleeding. Use the bandage first, otherwise the suture will not work, and then hold it up to that black limb. If you do it here, it won't work. If you use a bandage right here, right here, right here, right here, like anywhere on your body, really. I usually just do it right there. But anywhere on your body, the bandage will still work, no matter if it's on your leg or on your chest. Yes, your chest can bleed, but if it gets blacked out, you're done. Head or chest blacked out, instant death. So, just hold this up to the leg, hold the trigger. This is the fastest suture. There are way slower ones. And then full heal it. And you're done, and you're ready to get back into the fight. Now, for missions, you're going to want to go to your main terminal again and go to tasks. It's right next to the exfil button. Click that. I have all my missions done, so there's not going to be anything here, but please read the missions carefully. Alright? If you read them carefully and you thought you had everything right and you're at the right location, go into the exfilzone Discord, which will be in the description. I'll have a link to that if you're not already in it. And go to their Discord, go in the general chat, and ask for the mission you need. Or if you don't feel like waiting, because sometimes people will take a while to even respond to those. If you don't feel like waiting, go to Orb's channel, ORBB. He will have a bunch of missions for you to do. And like he's a big help to everyone that struggles with missions. And he's on YouTube. I'll put a picture of his channel right here. Okay. And he will just have a bunch of mission guides for you. And if he doesn't have the mission you need yet, then he will get the video out eventually. Give him some time. Alright, now, if you feel like you're ready, go to suburbs. Those are gonna be where your first few missions are. Get your kit on. And click deploy. There will be a little bit of a wait, I believe, but what you're gonna want to do is just, I would personally stay on the edge of the map for the time being, but if you're feeling really confident, go right through the middle to get to your mission areas. But I would personally stay on the edge of the map. Suburbs is a pretty big map, and if you get caught out in the open, then you are almost certainly gonna die, unless the other person has horrendous aim. So if you don't feel ready for PvP, but you definitely do want to get your missions like done and your traders leveled up, then definitely do the first few missions, and eventually you'll get to the resort missions. Those are pretty easy. You really just have to go in with like a mid kit and just kind of avoid players. Some of them are very frustrating. but those ones are the most rewarding when you get them done, because it's like, oh, I spent so long doing this and now I finally got it done. So it feels rewarding uh, if you spent a while doing it. That's going to be the end of this video. If you guys did enjoy, please like, subscribe, comment. It does mean a lot. I do appreciate it, especially because there are many other guides from other big content creators, way bigger than me. And I do really appreciate you guys watching this one. So I hope you guys found this helpful, and I hope I did help a lot of you guys out. And I will see you all in the next one. Have a good day and have a good rest of your week. Bye bye.